Have you ever really stopped to think about the incredible transformations that happen every single day, completely hidden from view? We tend to think of alchemy as some kind of ancient magic, right? Turning lead into gold. But some of the greatest transmutations, from something simple to something complex, well, they happen inside modern factories. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most fascinating examples of this modern magic. It seems like such a simple question, doesn't it? But the journey from a tiny, granular crystal of sugar to a perfectly formed piece of candy, well, it's an absolute marvel of speed, heat, and precision engineering. So let's follow that journey and uncover the science behind this sweet transformation. Okay, so every great story needs a hero, and the hero of our story is humble, raw sugar. We're going to follow a single grain as it leaves its simple, natural state and enters this whole other world of industrial might, a modern-day cauldron of confection. And here, you can just see the stark contrast. On one side, you've got a simple, crystalline, natural ingredient, and on the other, a massive, mechanical, high-volume environment. The factory is this world of controlled chaos, designed for one purpose and one purpose only: total transformation. This is where the alchemy truly begins. We're now entering what's called the sugar-to-sweet pipeline, and you can think of it as a series of incredible machines, each with a very specific job in forging and shaping a raw ingredient into something completely new. The entire process really boils down to three critical stages. First, the sugar gets melted down, then it's pulled to completely change its texture, and finally, it's given that familiar shape we all know. Now, it sounds simple, but the science behind controlling the temperature, the tension, and the timing at each step is just incredibly precise.
First up, melting. Thousands upon thousands of these tiny crystals are heated until they just lose their form and merge into one. They literally transform from a solid into this viscous, glowing, molten river of pure sugar. And this is the foundational change. By breaking down that crystal structure completely, the sugar becomes a blank canvas, ready to be reshaped and retextured.
Next up is the pulling. And honestly, this part is just wild. Giant mechanical arms grab, stretch, and fold the molten sugar over and over again. This process doesn't just stretch it, it actually incorporates millions of microscopic air bubbles. That's what transforms the dense, hot liquid into a lighter, chewier, satiny ribbon with this beautiful sheen. It's a total texture game changer. And finally, we get to the shaping. That long, satiny ribbon is now fed into a stamping machine, which cuts and forms each piece with incredible speed. This is that magic moment where the formless mass of sugar finally gets its identity, emerging as the perfectly shaped sweet we all recognize. But hold on, the journey isn't over yet. Once the candy is shaped, it enters the final, and I mean lightning-fast, phase of the operation, getting it all wrapped up and shipped out to the world. And the speed here is just staggering. 600. That's how many individual sweets are sorted, wrapped, and packaged every single minute. To put that in perspective, that's 10 pieces of candy every single second. It just brilliantly illustrates the mind-boggling scale and efficiency of mass production. So, you're probably wondering, how long does this entire epic journey take? Well, this timeline puts it all into perspective. From a pile of raw sugar crystals to a fully packaged product ready to go, the entire transformation is done in just 30 minutes. It's an incredible symphony of industrial precision. So here's the key takeaway. What looks like a quick bit of magic is actually the result of over a century of refinement in mechanical engineering, chemistry, and industrial design. It's pure human ingenuity that makes this 30-minute miracle possible millions of times a day. And that really brings us to the bigger picture here. By understanding this one process, we can start to see the hidden complexity and, the wonder in so many of the mundane objects that surround us. It's all about finding the marvel in mass production. So, what have we really seen today? Well, we've witnessed a simple ingredient's truly epic journey. We've seen the power of a defined industrial process. It shows us that engineering is its own kind of modern alchemy. And hopefully, it gives all of us a new appreciation for the hidden story inside something as simple as a piece of candy. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? The next time you pick up a pen, a piece of paper, or even your smartphone, just think about the incredible hidden journey it took to get to you. What other everyday alchemy is hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered?